Oh, good morning. Good morning to our Solitude transcription today. Working on page 29. So that opening bit of music is by my friend Crawford, and aka Nowarians. And I was just talking to him the other day, 2 days ago, and he created a new piece. I'm going to share with you now. Why do I have it twice in there? Oh, I know why. Because he had the long version as well. Interesting. So I'll just play the short one first. Here we go. Just imagine an evening like this, which will come. Sounds, busy people, golf cart go past. It's warm, very nice for the skin. Threatening a cold night, desert night. But just imagine a night just like this, the day after you've died. It's all going to go on without you. Really, utterly without you. As if you were hardly even here, had not even been here. How important any of it. In the moment it is. I know that there's that consequence. But the first night, that first evening, that first sunset after you're dead, and then the world keeps on spinning, and you're left behind. Not just you, me too. More me than you. I'm sharing with you my thought, for whatever it's worth. Good night. Look at that. Got through the whole page in one fell swoop there. Amazing. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to read this and make sense of it. Let's see if there's any typos here. Splendor. Did I misspell splendor? Splendo. So it must be an archaic spelling of it. EMD. Oh, okay, it's U. Or maybe that's a British version. Let's begin up here. He who, having tasted all that can delight the senses, warm the heart, and satisfy the mind, secretly sighs over the vanity of his enjoyments. He who, having tasted all that can delight the senses, warm the heart, and satisfy the mind, secretly sighs over the vanity of his enjoyments, and beholds all the cheering objects of life with indifference, is indeed a melancholy example of the sad effect which results from an intemperate pursuit of worldly pleasures. Okay, I think I get that. He, isn't there? Okay, I can check. No, there is no comma there. He who having tasted, I would have written, if I had written that, I would have put a comma after he. That's what he put, though. That's the way it is. He who, having tasted all that can delight the senses, warm the heart, and satisfy the mind, secretly sighs over the vanity of his enjoyments, and beholds all the cheering objects of life with indifference, is indeed a melancholy example of the sad effects which result from an intemperate pursuit of worldly pleasures. So those who indulge in who enjoy all the wonderful aspects of life, there's kind of a kind of the word I guess is you're satiated, right? and sign over the vanity of his enjoyments. Like, wow, I have all of this. It's all there. And is he feeling kind of a guilt or a regret? And he beholds all the cheering objects of life with indifference. And that's indeed a melancholy example of the sad effects which result from an intemperate pursuit of worldly pleasure. So unlike maybe someone like Marcus Aurelius, the emperor. Oh, hello, basically coffee. Good morning to you. I like the spelling of morning there. So Marcus Aurelius, for example, the emperor, the Stoic emperor of Rome, described how he could, even though he was, arguably the most powerful man in the world in his time, um, how he could live life without torches and bright colors and servants and the like. He lived a very simple life in spite of the fact that he was the Elon Musk in terms of of his time. I think he captures that with this sentence. Let's try that again. He who, having tasted all that can delight the senses, warm the heart, and satisfy the mind, secretly sighs over the vanity of his enjoyments, and behold all the cheering objects of life with indifference, is indeed a melancholy example of the sad effects which result from an intemperate pursuit of worldly pleasures. Okay, that makes sense. The next sentence. Such a man may perhaps abandon society, for it is no longer capable of affording him delight. But he will be debarred from all rational solitude, because he is incapable of enjoying it, and a refuge to the brute creation seems his only resource. How interesting. He's kind of impugning such a person as being unable to enjoy solitude's more sweeter fruits. Such a man may perhaps abandon society, for it is no longer capable of affording him. So he's had enough. He's had enough of all the worldly pleasures, the parties, the cars, the good food, all that stuff. But he will be debarred from all rational solitude because but why? I don't know if I agree with this. Maybe he is a person that has that capability to enjoy that rational solitude. Well put, but just has not done it yet because he is incapable of enjoying it, and a refuge to the brute creation seems his only resort. A refuge to the brute creation is only his only resource, and a refuge to the brute creation. So he might want to abandon the society which no longer gives the satisfaction, but cannot find any other satisfaction, and comes back to his old ways, perhaps. I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. This is a long sentence here. Okay. Excuse me. I have indeed observed even noblemen and princes in the midst of abundance and surrounded by all the splendor that successful ambition, high state, vast riches, and varying pleasures can confer, thinking the sad victims satiety, disgusted with their glories, and dissatisfied with all those enjoyments which are supposed to give higher relish to the soul. But they had happily enriched their minds with notions far superior to all those which flow from the corrupted scenes of vitiated pleasures, and they found in solitude a soft and tranquil pillow, which invited their perturbed minds, and at length lulled their feelings into calm repose. We're going to have to dissect this one. Good morning, Erica. How's your morning started off over there?
All right.
Good.
How about you?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
That's good. And good morning, everybody.
First of all, okay, I already tackled this word splendor.
Okay.
Disgusted, enjoyed. Okay, there's a word that I Scenes of vitiated pleasure. I can't remember what the word vitiate means. Doesn't it vitiate mean like completed or fulfilled or something like that? Oh, not even.
Vitiate.
Spoil or impair the quality or efficiency of.
Vitiate.
Destroy or impair the legal validity of. So vitiated pleasures. Oh, I get it. So
Vitiate.
vitiated pleasures would be that the quality of those pleasures would have been destroyed. Oh, that's a good two words together. So Eric, I've already finished my writing. So now I'm just doing the dissection.
That's good. We're one step closer.
Yes. And Decoherence says, good morning. Good morning, Decoherence.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this long sentence again. I love these long sentences, which are, with semicolons used to offset the various sections. I have indeed observed even noblemen and princes in the midst of abundance and surrounded by all the splendor that successful ambition, high state, vast riches, and varying pleasures can confer. So he's observed these powerful people, noblemen and princes, surrounded by all the trappings of their success, all their high offices, their status. And he's observed them sinking the sad victim's satiety, satiety being the satisfaction, their satisfaction. I have indeed observed even noblemen and princes in the midst of abundance and surrounded by all the splendor that successful ambition, high state, vast riches, and varying pleasures can confer, sinking the sad victim's satiety. Disgusted with their glories, and dissatisfied with all those enjoyments which are supposed to give higher relish to the soul, but they had happily enriched their minds with notions far superior to all those which flow from the corrupted scenes of vitiated pleasures. And they found in solitude a soft and tranquil pillow, which invited their perturbed minds, and at length lulled their feelings into calm repose. So those that have it all find that it's a rather empty offering in the end. Who may find that, not all, maybe, and then find some peace, a soft and tranquil pillow, as he says, to their perturbed minds within the confines of solitude. I can't say that I've known such people, but I'll take his word for it that he's seen that. Decoherence says, thanks, by the way, for all the years on YouTube. I have been watching you for years. Funny, I have never commented on any video. You are what your name says. LOL. You rock. Well, thank you very much. And welcome. I'm glad you've commented. And thank you for being with me all these years, Decoherence. And hello, got home from work, Oni3 says. Well, welcome home from work. I'm about to start work.
Hello, and rest well.
Okay, the last bit here is an incomplete sentence. These characters were betrayed for a time by the circumstances which surrounded their exalted stations into an excess of enjoyment, but they were able to relish the simple occupations and to enjoy the tranquil amusements of retirement with as much satisfaction as they had formerly pursued the political intrigues of the cabinet, the hostile glories of the field, or the softer indulgences of. So they were able to transition their satisfaction from the former social activities to the activities of retirement. This, though, you see, he seems to be contradicting himself from this first sentence up here, where he says that people who or live in that world can't enjoy solitude. And then he goes on to have two paragraphs, two sentences after that, which say that they can. But I'm not going to hold him to it. Okay, let's give this a run. The whole writing there. He who having tasted all that can delight the senses, warm the heart, and satisfy the mind, secretly sighs over the vanity of his enjoyments, and behold all the cheering objects of life with indifference, is indeed a melancholy example of the sad effects which result from an intemperate pursuit of worldly pleasures. Such a man may perhaps abandon society, for it is no longer capable of affording him delight, but he will be debarred from all rational solitude, because he is incapable of enjoying it, and a refuge to the brute creation seems his only resource. I have, indeed, observed even noblemen and princes, in the midst of abundance, and surrounded by all the splendor that successful ambition, high state, vast riches, and varying pleasures can confer, sinking the sad victim satiety, disgusted with their glories, and dissatisfied with all those enjoyments which are supposed to give higher relish to the soul, but they had happily enriched their minds with notions far superior to all those which flow from the corrupted scenes of vitiated pleasures, and they found in solitude a soft, tranquil pillow, which invited their perturbed minds, and at length lulled their feelings into calm repose. These characters were betrayed for a time by the circumstances which surrounded their exalted stations into an excess of enjoyment, but they were able to relish the simple occupations and to enjoy the tranquil amusements of retirement with as much satisfaction as they had formerly pursued the political intrigues of the cabinet, the hostile glories of the field, or the softer indulgences of, and next part was tomorrow. So yeah, he definitely is saying two different things here, and I'm not getting why he would not capture that he's said two things that don't seem to they seem to contradict each other. One being that people who enjoy the privileged of the world can't find joy, can't find peace in solitude, and then going on to say that they in fact can. But let that be. All right, we met our mission for today. Well, Erica, is there anything that you wanted to chat about before we close for today?
Well, um, well, I was wondering if, well, I was wondering if you were okay during the rain. I know I was for the most part.
I was okay, except when I had to take the dogs for a walk because they didn't want to go outside. So I had to lure them to the front door with the snack, and then once I got them there, um, although Ollie was really clever, he would take the snack and run away back to his little nest. And so finally, I got him to stay there, and I got them all leashed up, and they refused to walk. So I had to pick one dog up under each arm and walk them all the way to the end of the block in the rain, trudging with the dogs under my arm. And I put them down at the end of the block, and they wanted to go home, so they walked home and did their business on the way. So I was fine, with the exception of the need. Every time I needed to walk the dogs, I had to carry them to the end of the block in the rain.
I see.
How about you? Did you have any exciting moments in the rain?
Well, not really, I would say, as much as I would like to, but but actually it was also windy, so so there was some rain in the process, so my rain poncho was so big, so it kept blowing in my face, and thus the rain kept and wind combined kept blowing in my face. And it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, did you get very wet?
Not really, because rain ponchos are pretty handy as well.
That's
And
good.
yeah.
Oh, another thing that was interesting was behind our house is a golf course, and there's a small lake. And I realized that they built this golf course in the lake in a river bottom. And so in the course of the storm, the golf course turned into a river, which flooded into the lake and overflowed the lake. And it was interesting to see. I think the engineers actually designed it that way so that the golf course could be a floodwater basin, but it actually flooded its bank, and all the waterfowl were out there having a great old time. The ducks and the geese and the stuff floating around in the rain. But it was interesting to see a golf course turned into a river and then a lake. And I think it's still out there it's filled up right now. So it was exciting to watch all that from my backyard.
Oh, that's lovely. I think you should document that for YouTube land if you want to.
That would be something, yeah.
Fun fact, at my family's house, I'm not going to name the city, but it's like 20-30 minutes away from here. So we have a golf course as well, and it's nothing compared to your golf course. So your golf course seems like it's like luxury and like luxurious compared to mine.
It's just the city's golf course. It's just a municipal one. It's pretty. It's got I like the water. I like seeing the ducks paddling around on the lake.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's fun. It's an interesting experience to have in life to be in the desert yet seeing a lake in your backyard.
And I'm pretty sure the dogs are mesmerized by the scenery because
they have a little wall they can just peek over, and they bark at all the golfers coming by on their golf carts and every now and then the geese come up right against the gate, and they don't know what to make of those ginormous birds. Fun to watch.
Okay, that's good. And that's good. Unfortunately, my pen pal from Canada and his family suffered a loss yesterday of a pet.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and it was devastating. It was kind of devastating, and I even was devastated myself, but I'm okay now. But it's very hard to lose a pet.
Very hard.
Did Neko Yumiko-san's cat live a long life?
I don't know how old Neko was, but it seemed like it was around for a long time.
Well,
I'm sorry for your friend's loss.
Oh, that's okay. And I wish them like great amounts of healing and take some time, of course. Do you miss Neko?
Yeah, I liked Neko. It was a good cat.
That's good. And you got a comment.
I have heard that project, but indeed they engineered it like that so the golf part would be overflown by water. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so that suspicion is what they intended, huh? It made a lot of sense. I was like, wow, they must have designed it this way. Must be a Dutch invention. Yeah, those clever Dutch.
That's cool.
They know how to deal with water.
That's cool. I'm glad.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do today?
I have a Zoom meeting later on, so that would be fun. And also, my dad's also like where Journey lives, so because of work, because he's starting his new restaurant. So I'm gonna call him back because he called me when I was still at work. So I tried calling him like last night, but he wouldn't answer due to the time difference. So I'm just gonna call him back, and that's about it.
I'm sure he'll be happy to hear from you.
He always is, surprisingly.
Well, he's your dad.
Yeah. Yes. But what are you gonna do today besides work?
Pretty much all there is. I will do the. I have a couple of things, important things important to me, things I need to do for work today, and then in the evening I plan to read more of that book I'm reading. Life of Samuel Johnson. So I'm looking forward to reading that, and pretty much just an average day of work and a little bit of leisure in the evening.
Oh, that's nice. Please take it easy out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, and I'm wondering if Deco is a part of our Discord. It's really fun.
If what? You wonder what?
If the previous commenter is a part of our Discord, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, anybody's welcome to come join us. It's just go to goingalone.org and the thing will pop up and you just click through and you can come join the Discord.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna let you go now.
Yeah, both the dogs are sitting at my feet now. They're literally right at my feet. I've got my hands down, petting them both. They're like, "Come on, Dad, let's go." It's the rain's all done.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're talking.
Yeah, they are. They're telling me in their dog speak. It's time to move on. Well, I think what they want is their breakfast, but they know that they have to. They can't get breakfast until they take their walk. So, well,
Okay.
Erica, you have a good day, and I hope that you stay safe and warm, and have a nice chat with your dad.
You same here. And have a nice day at work as well. And bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye, everybody. Bye, Erica.
Bye.